Hi, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Joey.
And we're your hosts for Judge's Bulldog Broadcast.
Bulldog Broadcast is a compilation of videos
made by the Bulldog press staff.
First up, here's a video that I made about Judge's new sixth man, the Kennel Club.
My favorite part is going to the games with all my friends, getting loud and rowdy, and helping the other team out.
I just love watching basketball. I've always liked to watch basketball, and it's just fun to organize the students around a common cause and just be able to support our basketball team.
When the other team's on offense, they can't really. I don't think they can think. We're too loud for them to even score. We're like the best defense out there in the state right now, I think.
And now here's a video made by Sean Hammerschmeyer about Judge's German program.
My name is Art Holder. I'm a German teacher, and I also teach AP Human Geography here at Judge Memorial.
What is your favorite part about teaching German?
I think at Judge, my favorite thing here has been the idea that we've had the exchange program, and the exciting thing for me is getting kids involved to do the exchange, to go to Germany and to see German as not just something academic in the classroom, but also something that they can actually use and want to use.
And can you further elaborate on the German exchange program?
That began literally the first year I came here. In fact, before I came here, I was still in Boston, where I was living at the time, and I got a phone call from a teacher in Germany. Her name was Heike Junghans, and she asked me, "Oh, would you like to have an exchange program with me in my school in Chemnitz?" And I'm going, I really haven't started my job yet. I'd only met the principal for my interview, and I said, well, I'd have to wait. She said, well, I've already talked to the principal, it's fine. And I'm going, okay, well, hold on. So I went back, and the principal at the time, Renee Generous, said fine. And so we started, and they came in 1995, and we alternated in the even years taking students over.
And what has been the most memorable moments of the German program?
I guess the most memorable moment to me is when I've had students who I had no clue were going to not just continue to take German in college, but actually major in it. I had one student who's a good student, not a great student, but and then I get an email from him, says, oh, by the way, I've decided to major in German. He's not doing German as a career, but he used it as he's actually in finance.
German is a difficult language to learn.
No, and I've learned French, and I've learned Swedish, and I've learned Latin. Every language has its easy and hard parts. The easiest thing in German is that it's related to English. You can sort of see some of the stuff even on the walls here. The words might look like English, like perfect and future, verb, and some things are difficult. Having learned genders, which we don't have in English, or the verbs are relatively simple in German, but the word order is sometimes complicated. The pronunciation seems harder at the beginning than it does as you go into it. So every language can be more or less difficult.
German is your favorite language, like as a foreign language to learn?
Oh, sure. I mean, I studied in Germany in graduate school. I taught for a year in Switzerland. I've taken kids to Germany, 8 times in groups. So yeah, and I really feel comfortable in Germany.
And now, here's a video about what students think about the heat in the school.
You got the touch. You got the power.
It's never very comfortable, for being honest.
It's kind of cold.
I feel like it needs to go up.
It is very cold.
They could, to fix the temperature, I think we could fix our own temperatures because we're strong, independent women, and we could wear maybe jackets sometimes.
Probably turn on the heat.
I think they should turn it on.
Let us wear sweatshirts.
No, because I'm afraid to wear one.
Yeah.
I've had many sweatshirts taken.
No.
We should have sweatshirts back in the winter because freshman year, that was an awesome idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes, we should have them back.
Yes.
Okay, so the Diary of Anne Frank is the Judge Memorial main stage this year. It's going to be a very interesting play. Right now we're planning to have the audience sitting on stage, so sort of like Theater in the Round, except it's going to be like they're really in the annex with us, with the two families.
It is a great story about two families who have really nothing in common, but they find each other and they learn how to cooperate eventually.
I think that it really puts in perspective a lot of modern issues that we, forget to think outside of ourselves about. People should come see the Diary of Anne Frank because it is a beautiful story. It's a story of family, it's a story of loss.
It tears at your heartstrings if you want to come see something that's loving and tears at your heartstrings. Come see Anne Frank.
And now, here's a video about what people do in the winter months. People in the winter months enjoy being in Utah's great outdoors. In the combined junior and senior classes, 63% of people do some sort of skiing. Of those skiers, 82% of them are alpine or backcountry skiers, 13% of them are cross-country skiers, and 5% of the skiers are ski racers. Another popular activity for people is ice fishing. A fair amount of people also snowmobile, and 14% of the combined junior and senior class snowboard, and another 25% of the class snowshoes. A few people also ice skate, and one other person hunts during the snowy months. Of the 89 people who ski or board, only 27% of those people prefer to wax their own skis or snowboard. Majority of the skiers and snowboarders in the junior and senior classes ski at Alta Ski Area, Snowbird Resort, followed by Brighton, Park City Canyons, Solitude, Deer Valley, Snow Basin, and finally Powder Mountain. Only 14% of the junior and senior classes have interest in being involved in the outdoor sports industry, and 26% might want to be in the industry. Only 5 juniors and seniors are in some way involved in the outdoor sports industry, and many more students still enjoy the winter months by sledding or making snowmen. No matter how you enjoy the winter months, this year is shaping up to be a great snow year, and go out and enjoy.
My mother, as a single parent, worked 2 jobs, and she was taking care of 8 kids on her own. In 2007, she moved back to Sudan because she had to help her family, and I was the youngest, and I was about the age of 9. And my 2 older sisters became my legal guardians. As Sudanese, we're not here to basically permanently live here. We were just leaving because there was war. That's what, it wasn't a voluntary migration. South Sudan voted for a referendum and wanted to leave the country and basically become its own separate country as a result of the war. But I would want to go back to South Sudan. I would want to help in the practice of eliminating corruption from corporations that come from foreign countries such as China, the United States, and other countries in Europe. And so I would want to go and work towards the eradication of malaria, and as a lawyer, practice law in the South Sudanese courts, working as a prosecutor against corrupt corporations, and we don't have water running in all the homes in South Sudan. Go to college. I'm not completely biased in trying to be stereotypical when I say this, but I find that a large number of American teenagers would use their family help or family income to help them pay, for college, or they don't focus too much on their financial aspect. As for me, as an immigrant, and also as an independent teenager, because I don't live with any of my parents, I view things such as education and opportunities that are available to me as very key to my success in America. And for me, it's always been about being successful in America. That's something that my mom's always taught us since we were younger, since we immigrated from a foreign country in here, and we're basically trying to make it in America and live the American dream.
And now here's a video made by Mary Oliver about Salt Lake's Clean Air Rally.
I'm a student at Judge Memorial and a resident of Small Lake City, population 186,440 people breathing in polluted air.
It was all students with their signs on the steps of the Capitol, which was really kind of cool though to be on the steps of it, and then they had a podium off to the side and Tyler set it up to where students were speaking on behalf of the environment.
For a long time, our city was known for the Great Salt Lake and having the greatest snow on earth, but now we have something else for our name, pollution.
What's funny about this is that you wouldn't really expect Utah to have this problem. I mean, it's advertised for its environment and recreational activities like skiing. But then you get here and you realize, wow, what are we breathing in right now?
Environment, especially the inversion in Utah, is something that affects them on a personal level, whether it's because of asthma or headaches and issues with vision. So they were willing and wanted to, have their voice heard. Being at the foot of the Capitol, it was also very much directed towards our governor and legislators.
It is the duty of every single upstanding citizen to question our government, to question our leaders.
Legislators, I'm calling upon you to make air quality control an absolute priority. For the well-being of the citizens of Utah, you cannot sweep the inversion under the rug anymore. Put air control above the pursuit of money and wealth and accept the realities of the toxic air.
I want you to prove to me, to all of us, that you have the best interests for our city. And if that requires you to pass a few laws to change our bad air quality, then so be it.
Your voice does matter, because I think in society a lot of times like one voice can't change anything, but there's been multiple times where one voice has changed everything. The reason why women get to vote is because one person voted.
I want to create a city where my children will grow up without any lung problems. So I will say it again, and at the end of the day, I hope all of you will say it with me. My name is Robert Lopez, and I represent a cleaner and better Salt Lake City.
Thanks for watching. This is Bulldog Press signing off.